Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you haven't been here before. Today I'm going to do a hair tutorial. This is one of my go-to curly hair looks. I used it for my Türkan Şoray makeup tutorial and had a request for a tutorial on the hair look. It is just a beautiful, effortless looking hairstyle, not too overdone. It seems like maybe it's just your natural hair when all of us know it's not, but it gives the appearance of something quite natural and quite effortless. So clearly I am starting off on my wild hair here. I actually did have heatless curls in overnight, but the weather's too humid for my frizzy hair and they did not survive the heat. So it's a great opportunity for a hair tutorial. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, I always like to section my hair into 3 different layers and work from the bottom to the top. If your hair's thinner, you might get away with 2 sections, but I usually put my thumbs right at the top of my ear and go back. And then we'll just secure this with a nice big clip. Ooh, not sure if this one's gonna hold all of my hair. All right, doesn't matter what it looks like. So of course we do want to use heat protectant. We're going to be using a heat tool. I like the Iron Guard by Chi. And I do like to apply this by the layer. I think it gives a little more protection. If you're just spraying it in when your hair is all the way down, probably not going to penetrate all those layers. Let's give it another comb through just to distribute the heat protectant. And now we're ready to begin. So I am using a nice big barrel. This is a 2-inch barrel. I will double check that to make sure that's correct. This is one of the biggest barrels you can buy. This is the T3 curler. And it comes with 3 different sized barrels. This is the biggest one. It has a nice clamp to help hold the hair. This is why I bought this product. I rarely use the other barrels. I just love the size of this. It's going to create beautiful curls, and because they are on the larger side, it helps give that natural, beautiful, effortless look. So I'm just going to start with a small section of my hair. Go right up to the base here. I'm going to start turning at the top. It's a mistake that I think a lot of us make, that we try to go to the bottom and curl all the way back. This will not give you as good of a curl as if you start at the top and curl and keep twisting until the end is in. All right, let's see. And there we go. That is a beautiful curl, which is hard to see against my black shirt. So wait just a second. I want you to be able to see these. All right, much better. Now we can properly see the curl that was created. And just to show you the difference, let's go to the other side. And if we start at the bottom and curl back, ooh, don't even want to do this. Go back. All that heat is really concentrating on the ends. It's going to damage your ends more. and the curl is just not quite, it's nice at the end, but this top part still has my natural hair texture in it, and it doesn't have that same effect. So that's why we start at the base of the skull and work our way down. So let's get that out of the way. Split another section off here. And for this bottom layer, I am twisting my curls toward my face. I like to give it a little bit of a tug and see the skin on the back of my skull moving as I do this. If you have a lot of texture in your hair like I do, this is going to help get rid of those little bumps that can remain in our hair after we curl it. If you're like me, you probably don't want to go through all the effort of blow drying your hair straight just to curl it. And if your hair is really like mine, you'll know it is impossible to blow dry straight, and you're always going to have some texture in it. Alright, so those are beautiful. They're curled towards my face to start. Go back and redo the section. Always be nice and careful by those ears. I like to hold it, then release the little clamp, add some more hair, twist it back until eventually get all those ends in and give it a nice final tug. Then release. Much better. Looks like for this piece I can get away with doing it all at once. You don't want to go crazy with sectioning your hair because you'll be here forever. But keep in mind that if you put too much hair in the curler, it's going to leave a lot of texture behind on those inner pieces, and the curl will not be quite as defined the more hair you have in there. All right. Now I'm just going to take my little flat clips. I don't want to mess up my curls, but I just want to section that hair out of the way so that when I move on to the next layer, it's not getting all tangled in and I'm not just recurling the same hair. So now I'm going right to my temples here. Grab up that section. Again, we don't care what it looks like when we clip it up. Let's get all of this hair in front. Give that a nice comb. You can really never brush your hair too much when it's long and thick. Oops. Get back there. Alright, now for this section, I'm going to curl my hair the opposite direction, so it's going to go away from my face. Again, starting at the base. And we'll just keep adding hair in and twisting back. You might find you have to hold these ends up a little to keep them from sliding out the bottom of the curler. It's just going to happen if you have long hair. Always be careful. This one does come with a glove for safety. I find it's difficult to work with though, so I just try to be super careful. Unfortunately, I have a little got-to-be gel in my bangs here. I was trying to straighten this piece out for my makeup tutorial. So it looks like I have glue in my hair, which I do. But for this part, we want to put our part in the center. It is not going to remain that way. It's just going to help the final look. Now, this front section, I know we said we were doing 3 layers. It's technically 3 layers, and the bangs, it doesn't matter if you have short bangs or long bangs. With the section that could become bangs, this front section, I like to section off. All right, I'm gonna go right back and go in the opposite direction as the previous layer and the same direction as the bottom layer. So we're going to turn this toward our face. So now I'm just going to split my bangs, or this front section, thinking it's probably going to need about 3 little mini layers for me. I'm going to grab the curling iron and hold it horizontally and start curling this back from my head at this horizontal angle. Again, we want to make sure that hair stays in the curler. Of course, it's a little trickier to see with the rest of my hair over my face. You can probably move it to the side. For some reason, I never do. Alright, let's let that go back. And same thing here, going away from the face. Right now it's Priscilla Presley. All right, and we're done. No, just kidding. Okay, let's fix this up. Get my little clips out here. Now we're going to part our hair to the side. The reason I like to part it in the middle is because when you curl it with a middle part, when you create your side part later on, it's going to give you a lot more volume. So let's find let's find a good spot. I like to go about at the quarter way mark. I almost always part my hair on the left hand side. I have a cowlick over here that makes it very difficult to part on the other side. Alright, and I'm using a boar bristle, I think this is boar bristle, brush from Dry Bar. It gives a really soft look to curls. I don't want to go crazy with this. I'm more taming the curls than really brushing it. If you do brush it a lot, it will lose a lot of those individual curls. Alright, and so this is the effortless curl look that I wore for the Türkan Şoray makeup tutorial. Again, this is one of my go-to everyday curly hair looks because I like that it's not too overdone. There's something very natural, very effortless about it. And I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Hope everything was clear. As always, feel free to ask me questions in the comment section if I missed something or something was confusing. And have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next tutorial.